All right, here we go, guys. It is May 3rd, Monday. Good day in the markets today. Let's talk a little bit about what happened. And let's go to the ES quickly. The first thing we did this morning was looked for overnight yesterday during the GLOBEX session. Was talking about, let me display the evening from last night. So here is the evening session, GLOBEX last night, okay? So what did I do during the GLOBEX session and what did I post for you guys in the room? Right before everything happened, around 7 p.m., 8 o'clock Eastern, 9 Eastern actually, I told you guys I was long. We were testing those 97s. Let me show you what happened for the E-mini yesterday. Guys, I said look up for the 4200s and potentially 42, 10, 15, and 24 this morning. What it was really important was the move that we did from GLOBEX to stay above the previous day's settle from Friday night. That was key for the markets for this morning. I took a long right off the lows multiple times back to the 90s, and then again around midnight they gave me another trade back to the 90s. This morning, as we open the market, where do we open? Right, 41.98. We pushed to 4200, and there was a very easy trade for you to take this morning. As we were coming down and opening the market, we were printing right like an hour before that the 41.91. Okay, so that was key for you guys to start looking for longs and looking for the 4200 as we were getting ready to open. Now, the 4200 is the T plus 2. That is the settle from Thursday, right? So Thursday settlement, that's the T plus 2 that we call. 2 days later, you want to keep track of this number. Like for tomorrow, the T plus 2 is going to be the 41.81. Well, guess where we closed today, right? What was the lows we were coming down into the close of the market? 41.81. 41.81. So let me move the T plus 2. Well, the T plus 2, I'm going to leave it like that, right there. This is the T plus 2 from Thursday. For today, it was expected for us to touch that 4200, and we did it. We went all the way to 4202. So as we were live in the power hour this morning, I told you guys the move was to take the bottom once we break these 86. We did a double bottom here around the 86, really mechanical. Look how we stop exactly at the value area low from overnight. That was extremely mechanical, and I told you the move is for these guys to go back inside of the initial balance range and then target. At that time, I remember, target the point of control, which was around 41.95. So look where we went to, right around 41.96. We have a speech from Powell. I was trading live in the room and with you guys during the power hour, and the trade was short than 96. I went to the room and we executed a couple of trades. Here it is, right? I posted on Twitter. Look for, currently at that time, we were printing 41.95.25s, and I told you start taking shorts, stop 98, and your first target was going to be the 41.90, and ultimate target was going to be the 41.85, which was this set of poor loss that we left early in the morning. So next target was going to be the previous day settle, 41.81. So kudos to you guys, any of you who actually took the trade. I did myself the 41.92, and I also show you what the bookmark was showing this morning when we were in the live power hour, how these guys were sitting here all morning. The 41.85s were there most of the morning, and then the 41.80 number was key for the bears. So once we start getting on these 41.95s, the trade was to go short, look for the move down to the 41.85. That's the main reason when I posted for you guys in the room was, hey guys, we are able to collect 10 handles if these things drop, right? We were going to be able to collect about 10 handles. So kudos to those of you who grabbed this trade. It was a pretty nice move from the 95 back to the 83s. So very important market profile, how to identify these levels. Look how nicely we just dropped completely from that 95, and now we just open for business, now pushing to 85, away from the settle. The settle was 83. Now we're starting to push away from it. Let's see if we are going to come down to this 81 eventually tonight. This is the T+2 settle. So as we are opening right now the ES during the GLOBEX session, the move to start looking for is, again, the same thing I've been telling you over the past week. Let me exclude the evening session, just leave the one for today. So what is it that we've been talking about since last week? It is the importance of this number 4172. That's this green line that you see on my charts. Very important how we've been developing value above this area, right? Value has been developed. Today we broke out of this value and we start creating some value here at the top above the 4185 and going towards the 4200. It is extremely important for tomorrow if we hold again this level, the 4172, 4186, okay? These are the numbers that I'm going to be looking for tonight and going into tomorrow morning. So one thing to know though is that the the point of control from this morning, it wasn't that, well, it was pretty prominent. I think we got about 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 TPOs right on the point of control. So look for tonight, see if we can break this 90s level, 91, the point of control from today. See if we can get above it. See if we can come back above it, test it, and start moving back to the 4200 on the Emini. If we drop below this 4181, then your targets for tonight during GLOBEX and even for tomorrow morning will be to look for the 4172 and 4168, which was the low from last week. I will write this down because if you look, the low from Tuesday, and then Thursday, and then Friday, there is a nice confluence around the 4168. So as of right now, what I will do is lock this into place. I will lock this one into place. I will make sure my labels are there. The price is there, 4167. That's what I have on that. And I will make this dash so you guys can see it. All right, I'm gonna lock it up and leave it there in the charts for tomorrow. Extremely important, this low and this low from Friday. The low from Friday, the low from Tuesday, important for it tomorrow. What I will adjust right now for tomorrow is my T+2. T+2, I will move it down to, oops, I think it's locked. It's not locked. I will, let me duplicate it and move it down. Duplicate, and there you go. T+2 for tomorrow, it is right at it is right at 4181 even, the T+2 for tomorrow. Okay, so what's going to happen? We're going to keep a close eye on that number, see if this is going to play out. It will be important for tomorrow, guys. So let me lock that up. There you have it. So the next move is to go look at the oil. I hope you guys understand what's happening right here in the ES. I don't want to spend too much time because it is actually pretty clear where those levels are coming for the ES tomorrow morning. a move again below the 81 will give you the 68, right? First of all, let's see how we stop here. How are we going to stop around the 72 to the 68 level, right? Then printing tonight above this 91, even if we start pushing higher to this 91, again, we'll be targeting this open for tomorrow, which is 41.98.99. All right, currently not going anywhere, barely printing 41.83.50 as we open GLOBEX. Let's look at the oil trade. But before, let's go look at the oil. Okay, oil trade this morning, nicely how we repaired the gap down from Friday. You guys remember this gap that, and I left it here for the video only. It is this rectangle that you see here. This was the gap from Friday, and I did mention we were closing Friday night, is like, look for a reversal once we hit the 63. Well, they gave us this 63 really nice overnight, and even this morning. Unfortunately, my order was right here at 62.60s. I did not participate in the move. I was really late to capture the big run up onto the 64s, but I'll be ready once I see this 65 number. Okay, the move is back to the 65s on oil. Kind of, discounting the news that we are getting from China, from India regarding the virus, but nonetheless, very good so far when it comes to the move on the oil. This morning, we did get this area of singles. Let me split up the chart a little bit for you to see it. Let me spread it up just a tiny bit here. And for those new, singles is nothing more than a period that did not have two TPOs, right? Usually you will just get a big move like this, and then you begin the next trading period, which is C and D and E, and you see all these periods going higher and higher, and you don't see any revisit back to this level. Until F period, we did try to correct those singles. We still have a couple of them. So what I'm going to do right now, first thing is get rid of the gap. Hold on, I think I did refresh my data, so give me 1 second. Okay, let me delete this and delete this gap title, and I'm going to leave the singles, but I will adjust these singles to the ones that we have on the chart. So the singles for tomorrow are going to be between right at 64 and 63.98. Those are the singles for tomorrow on oil. We got a nice P shape that gave me a lot of confidence, guys. I mean, the 63, I mean, I really would have a nice trade if this thing happened. Long on my 63s. I did not recapture, so too bad. But looking at it right now, look how we are printing already above the 64.60s, guys. We really are going to expand this because I told you early on, take a look at this point of control that we got Thursday, right? This point of control has not been revisited. Okay, the point of control from last Thursday, we did not revisit it, and that is a 64.80, close to the 65s. I would like for oil to start pushing this 65, but also to give us a move back to these 63s and start building some value here. You look at the daily, I'll show you what the daily looks like quickly. Let me get rid of this and go back on the daily chart. Here is my daily chart on oil. And this morning during the power hour, I mentioned the fact that, let me get rid of this equity volume. I don't need that anymore. Futures, excuse me. Let me do this on my futures. I don't want to show that. There you have it. Much better. You guys recall back at the beginning of March how we got completely kill from this move on the 65. This was the first short, second short actually we took. The first one was a 66. and then the 65. But this 65, the top of this candle is 64.86. This is what I'm looking for on that oil. Can we go above it and actually start building value on this level, or retrace a little bit and start pushing, try to consolidate here on this 63, 64, 63, 65 before we jump over the 65? It's just that it is kind of crowded when we came from these 58s. But then I talked to someone tonight, and they are telling me pretty much it's not that it is that crowded, it's that now we finally broke out of this consolidation and we can start moving much higher. Nothing bad with that. I really like the trend line that we have going on. If you place a trend line on your oil, look where we have this nice channel. Let me see if I can duplicate this drawing and move it a little bit. Look at this nice channel that now we are developing in oil. Okay, it looks pretty nice. Really interesting to see the move, the push above that 64.86 for our oil trade. Okay, our oil trade should probably be working in our favor if we start looking at the overall picture. The global demand is going to increase once we see this COVID be taken care of, and we have seen that. So this move out of this news out of India are the one that we're putting some pressure on last week. Let's see if eventually this is going to clean up and get to the top of this channel, which take us all the way to 66 for our oil trade. Dude, look at the daily. It looks really nice, guys. Really nice. We can start printing that. You guys saw the move on PSX, Valero last week. PSX today up almost $3, printing $83. I owned it, so I know what's going on with this move. PSX. All right, look at this move from Phillips 66, up almost 3%. Very beautiful trade, guys. I am collecting my premium, and I am collecting my dividends on this move. I'm waiting for this thing to go back to the 90s to start selling some and trimming a little bit on my position. I added a little bit on the 75 with a credit spread. I still own that credit spread, and I have lips for January 22nd. So let's go back to the oil and see for tonight what to expect. I want you to be very smart and look for a small retracement. See if we can get back to these singles. I would love to get long now this oil on these 64s. If we start pulling down here to the 64.50s, 64 even, if we get this move tonight, this is the area where you want to go long. Okay, this is the area you're gonna start looking for some longs. Very tight. You just make sure you have a tight stop in case they continue to move lower to back to the 63s. If they go to the 63s, guys, I will load 2 or 3 lots on this baby, because oil can give us a very nice move in this coming week. All right, Emini so far this week, the range will be on these 41.70, 42.10 for the week. But in oil, I think the range that we're expecting for this week probably is the 63s back to the 66. Okay, that's my take when it comes to the oil trade. So make sure you write down these on your charts, those area of singles that you have all the way down to the 63.98. All right, that's the singles levels. And then the gap that we have not closed, remember this tiny gap, this is the gap from April 27th for that Wednesday, which was inventory day. We did attempt to close it. It's not closed completely. I will adjust it a little bit. And we left only about 3 ticks on this thing, right? But it's not closed. I mean, I will always carry that information forward because we can get it back. And this is the number, like I told you. That's what I was looking for, 63 this morning. And my order, based on the book map, if I show you the book map on oil, let me move this out of the way, okay, and delete that. For you to see the whole picture, why was I giving you, I was giving you that 63 number, okay, and 6260, my order was right at 6260. Let me show you as I am working here with my charts. Right here, let me load 24 hours. Let it download. But there you have it. Right here, you see this 6250 level on oil. That was this area from last night. So this is the area that I wanted it to go long. And you still have 62s and then 63s coming online for tonight. These guys are still here around the 63. We have 6550s to the tops. You can start seeing some orders here sitting at the 6550, excuse me. So we'll see if these are going to be taken out tomorrow, some supply coming online for our oil trade. But the main reason I was looking for that 65 was this, 6260 this morning, was because of the bookmark orders that I saw last night. Unfortunately, they did not went and grabbed those, and I got stuck this morning because I couldn't chase it when it was up almost $1 on my oil trade. So far, it's looking good. It's looking that it needs to take a small break from where we are. Value, we're still making some small value area now above these 63s. All right. You see, we need to start developing and accepting values here on these 63s. So far, we have seen that. I mean, last week, the push to the 63 from this gap and then closing this gap really quick the next day, that gives me confidence that we might print this 65, 65, 50 quickly on oil, probably before inventory coming on Wednesday. Okay. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you guys on both the Emini and my oil trade. Remember, I go live at 11 a.m. Eastern for my power hour, where we talk about stocks, we talk about futures, Emini, crude oil every single day. Go ahead and join us, please. If you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Please give us thumbs ups on our videos, and don't forget to hit that little bell so you get notifications every single time I go live, or every time that I will upload a brand new video to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys. Peace out. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. God bless. Happy trading. See you guys in the trading room.